All right, welcome back to Technical Reading Through Games. So today is going to be a little different than what I had anticipated after having done some reflection yesterday. There are just some questions. I kind of came around and asked you questions about your game, and you guys had great responses, but I wanted you to think at a little deeper level, I guess. So we're changing things up a little bit today. So what you're going to do is you're going to keep playing today, but you're going to play for two separate reasons. The first thing I need you to do, at some point between now and the end of the class period, I need you to jump on Google Classroom. There's a question on Google Classroom that asks you what game it is that you decided to stick with, or games, as might be the case, that you're going to stick with for the Audience and Games unit. More importantly than what game is the second question there is, why did you pick that game? And I want you to provide evidence from the game itself to explain why you picked that particular game for Audience and Games. Okay, does that make sense? So you're going to have to grab a laptop, answer it sometime over the course of the class period today. Whatever time works for you. And the reason why I'm giving the whole class period is because some of you might need a little more time to be able to collect evidence to show why you think your game is particularly good for this unit. All right? If you can't come up with a reason as to why it's particularly good, you might want to pick a different game. All right? Because you may be discovering that it may not necessarily be the greatest game for Audience and Games. All right? So, so first determine your game if you haven't done that, or games, because I told you if you want to use multiple games, you can do that. That's fine. You can switch between. I would pick two, though, no more than two. You can switch between them. Jump on Google Classroom, respond. Make sure you put the why in there. That, give evidence as to why it is that you are using that game. And then once you've submitted that, keep playing for the rest of the class period. And then with the goal of collecting evidence as to who you think your game would most appeal to. All right? So that's what you should be thinking about. So two things. What game am I using, and why am I using this for this unit? And the second question is what does this game, or who is this game most designed for? All right? Obviously, you're taking a yes on this one. It's really going to provide a good discussion point for us tomorrow. All right? So today's the last day you'll have to play this week. Tomorrow we'll do more discussion. If we have some time left over tomorrow, I might let you jump back in, collect some more evidence. So what questions do you have? All right, looks like you started. Perfect. All right. Have fun, collect evidence, make sure you answer Google Classroom, all right?
Yes,
thanks.
Sir.
I'm going to switch over. Here, right? All right, so we're looking at Super Smash Brothers. Do you think we talked a little bit about this yesterday? Do you think Super Smash has a very particular audience, or do you think it appeals to a wide range of people here?
I think it could interest a lot of different audiences. Mainly because it uses so many different iconic characters from all different Nintendo that a lot of people would know, some more than others. But I think you would have to be a little more like into like the fighting game genre to be interested in this.
That's a good point. So it has cartoony characters, plus it also has the more serious characters like Samus from Metroid. Let's see, you got Simon and Richter from Castlevania. Yeah, you got some. Okay, all right. All right, so we got Call of Duty World War II here, and looks like you guys are creating a character. So let me ask you this: so there are a lot of games that you can create your character, and if we're looking at specific audience and how a game might appeal to a wider audience, what might be a if you're looking at creating your own character, do people create characters that look like themselves or look like other people?
It really depends. Like, sometimes people create, like, even, like, gender-wise, sometimes they create, like, not even the same gender that they are. They just, sometimes it's random, sometimes they try to make it look like themselves, and that's about it.
Alright, so do they give this option so that way people are better able to, I don't know, I mean, does this make it a little more immersive, I guess, if you're doing this kind of stuff? Or I mean, is it just, or are we just reading too much into it?
Well, when you have everyone be the same character, that just kind of gets, like, repetitive. And if you have your own, like, customization, like, same with, like, how Fortnite has multiple skins. People want the OG skins that no one else has, so they stand out among the crowd. That's kind of how they have it.
Okay. All right. All right, so we're back to HTC Vive here, and you guys are playing a VR sports game, correct? Is this the game you're going to stick with for the games and audience?
Yeah. Yes.
So why this game?
I like basketball.
You like All right. I mean, okay. And so we talked yesterday. You don't have to be good at basketball to play this, right?
Oh, no.
Would that take away from it? Like if you actually had to be good at basketball to be good at this?
No. I mean, well, if you had to, yeah, kind of, cause like if you weren't good at basketball, well, the game's glitching out. If you had to be good at basketball in order for it to, like, be able to play, I guess, then
Might as well just play real basketball, right?
Yeah.
All right. Have you guys played any games other than basketball on this one?
We played archery. We played boxing. I played archery. Well, we played boxing too. That's about it.